In a shocking case that left medical professionals astounded, a doctor successfully removed 212 live larvae from a 12-year-old's scalp due to a severe parasite infection. Dr. Kavita Mariwala, an experienced dermatologist, uncovered a horrifying discovery that would send shivers down the spines when she was confronted with the task of delicately removing 212 live larvae from the scalp of a 12-year-old due to a serious parasite infection. It all began when the young girl started experiencing intense itching and irritation on her scalp. Concerned for their daughter's well-being, her parents rushed her to the hospital for urgent medical attention. Brianna Skyrick, a 12-year-old girl, had been experiencing intense discomfort due to a serious parasite infection. Despite Brianna's screams of pain, she bravely informed Dr. Mariwala that her family had recently visited a water park and spent several hours outdoors in the bright sun. Upon examining Brianna's affected scalp, Dr. Mariwala observed redness, inflammation, and the presence of blisters, all classic symptoms of sun poisoning. This severe form of sunburn can cause blistering, extreme pain, and skin redness. Realizing the severity of Brianna's condition, Dr. Mariwala acted swiftly by administering appropriate antibiotic treatment and placing her on an intravenous fluid drip. Dr. Mariwala was confident in her diagnosis and treatment plan for Brianna's condition. She was of the view that with proper medical care, Brianna is now on her way to recovery and can soon return to enjoying outdoor activities with her family once again. Dr. Mariwala calmly reassured Brianna and her concerned parents that everything was under control and that there was no need to worry. She provided them with a sense of hope, assuring them that their daughter would soon recover from her sun poisoning. After closely monitoring Brianna's condition for a few hours while she received treatment through an IV drip, it became evident that she was responding well. As a result, she was discharged from the hospital. The following morning, as the Skyrick family prepared to return home, they expressed their heartfelt gratitude towards Dr. Mariwala for her quick actions and excellent care towards their daughter. They were thankful for her timely intervention and accurate diagnosis, which allowed Brianna to make a full recovery without any complications or long-term effects. With confidence in Dr. Mariwala's expertise and professionalism, Brianna's parents felt reassured that their daughter was in good hands during this ordeal. Thanks to Dr. Mariwala's diligence and expertise, Brianna could resume her normal activities without any hindrances or concerns. The entire Skyrick family left the hospital feeling relieved and grateful for the doctor's exceptional care. As Joy, Brianna's mother, roused her from sleep, she couldn't help but notice the pained expression on her daughter's face. Worried, Joy fetched a flashlight to inspect Brianna's head. To their surprise, they discovered about 20 small bumps that the doctor had missed during their previous examination. Initially attributing it to sun poisoning, Joy's concern grew as she observed her daughter's symptoms persisting. She couldn't shake off the nagging feeling that there may be something more serious at play. Determined to get to the bottom of Brianna's condition, Joy wasted no time in organizing their departure back to the United States. With a sense of urgency, she swiftly packed their belongings, and before long, they were boarding a flight home. As they settled into their seats, Joy gently caressed Brianna's back in an attempt to soothe her discomfort. Despite the calmness of the moment, Joy couldn't help but steal worried glances at her daughter's head, eager for any sign of improvement or worsening in her condition. With a sense of urgency and concern, Joy's trained medical instincts kicked in as she noticed the small lumps on Brianna's head. Her eyes widened with horror and fear at the sight of them bursting and leaking a mixture of clear liquid and blood. Without hesitation, she reached for some napkins from their supplies and started cleaning the affected area. Meanwhile, Todd was seated a few seats away, unaware of what was happening. But when Joy motioned for him to come closer, he could see the distress on her face. As he approached, he couldn't believe what he saw. It looked as though someone had violently stabbed Brianna in the head with a pencil. The condition of her head was alarming, with blood spattered everywhere. Despite her initial shock and fear, Joy focused on providing prompt care for Brianna's wounds, while Todd assisted in any way he could. Together, they worked efficiently to stop the bleeding and treat any potential infections. Although it was a terrifying experience for everyone involved, they were able to act quickly and provide proper care. Todd's words were meant to provide comfort to Joy during this difficult time. He reminded her that everything would work out and promised to stand by her side through it all. For a brief moment, Joy felt some relief from her worries. However, they arrived in New York and went straight to the local hospital. They were there to accompany Brianna, who had been suffering from intense headaches. and was fixated on one particular area of her body. Under the care of dermatologist Dr. Kavita Mariwala, Brianna's examination revealed small, shadow-like erosions that seemed to be moving up and down. It was a concerning discovery, but Dr. Mariwala maintained a professional and reassuring tone as she began discussing treatment options with the family. Despite the unknown ahead, Todd remained resolute in his promise to support Joy through whatever lay ahead for them all. As Dr. Mariwala carefully examined the lesions on Brianna's scalp, her focus was suddenly broken by a distinct noise arising from the affected area. This raised a red flag for her, signaling that there could potentially be a grave underlying issue at hand. Using delicate forceps, she cautiously inserted them into one of the openings and slowly extracted whatever was inside. Her heart skipped a beat as she saw that it was a larva attached to the end of the forceps, emerging from beneath the skin's surface. It became clear that Brianna's condition was caused by these parasitic larvae residing within her scalp. Dr. Mariwala swiftly removed all visible larvae from their burrows, but it quickly became evident that there were numerous other larvae present. The sight of these squirming worms was unsettling for Dr. Mariwala, who had never faced such a situation before. Without hesitation, she sent the collected specimens for further examination to determine the best course of action for Brianna's treatment. The urgency and seriousness with which Dr. Mariwala handled this discovery highlighted her dedication to addressing this issue promptly and effectively. After receiving confirmation of a head infestation, Dr. Mariwala decided to suffocate the larvae instead of manually removing them. She applied a thick layer of petroleum jelly to the affected area to effectively eliminate the parasites without risking harm to Brianna. Initially, the extent of Brianna's infestation was unknown to Dr. Mariwala. However, as she continued with the treatment over the next 3 days by regularly applying petroleum jelly and removing more and more larvae, it became evident that a significant number of parasites had invaded her skull. In total, 212 larvae were extracted, far more than anyone expected. Thanks to Dr. Mariwala's prompt and comprehensive treatment, Brianna made a complete recovery. As she reflected on the experience that had challenged her courage and resolve, Brianna knew she would never forget the lessons she had learned. What began as a little inconvenience had evolved into a life-changing event, one that would permanently change her perspective on life and the fragility of human existence. Dr. Mariwala's quick thinking and efficient approach not only saved Brianna from potential harm, but also highlighted the importance of timely treatment in such situations. Her expertise and dedication undoubtedly played a crucial role in Brianna's successful recovery. This extraordinary case serves as a reminder of the importance of prompt medical attention and the incredible capabilities of modern medicine. If you or someone you know is experiencing unusual symptoms, don't hesitate to seek medical help.